Hello everyone. You saw me shooting perhaps if you watched the video, the black powder rounds through this Ruger new Vaquero, one of my favorite single action revolvers, one of my favorite overall revolvers. It's a beautiful stainless steel um, cowboy gun that's single action. Okay, so we're going to want to clean this because black powder just is not kind to metal objects. I guess it's not so bad with stainless steel, but if you shot it through a blued gun, um, then you might have some problems, or a nickel gun. What we want to do is disassemble our Vaquero by simply pulling out the pin, pulling out the cylinder, and you can take a look. Perhaps, obviously we made sure that it was unloaded, and you can see that the black powder kind of gets everywhere. Now I tried a lot of different things to clean black powder, and I found that Ballast All in water. Ballast All was invented in Germany. Let me take a look at that. 1904. And if you make a solution of 25% Ballast All in water by volume, it's a great solvent for black powder. So basically what I'm going to do is spray the gun down liberally. This is a type of vegetable oil. Get some down into the barrel, and then just start cleaning. You can see that it's doing a pretty good job of dissolving the residue from the black powder. Okay, do the same thing with the cylinder. Just let that set for a moment. And I'm going to get a patch and just start wiping. Whoops. So the first phase is to have a dilute solution to remove just a lot of the residue. Make sure you get all the crevices. A bronze brush, a toothbrush. Lots you can do with the toothbrush. Okay, we're going to run the bronze brush through the bore. Give it another spray, again through the bore, and then what I'll do is try to get this patch to go through. Might have to use a smaller one. Nope, that works. And excuse me, I want to keep spraying and patching. until it comes out clean, and it did that time. We're just going to set that aside and work on the cylinder now. And this Ballast All, just by spraying it and letting it sit for a minute or two, goes a very long way into dissolving a lot of this residue. Okay. Now there's also a way to get these marks off, and that's using a scratch pad. I'm not going to get into that right now. We're going to go back through cylinders, each of the chambers in the cylinder rather. Ballast All has a lot of good properties. It has one bad property, and that's the odor. It has a very distinct smell that I find not completely pleasant. I guess some people doesn't bother as much. Just doesn't smell good. Okay, and then we're going to get a nice clean patch. And run it through each chamber. Number 4. And that was number 6. Spray it again. Inspect it to make sure that it's nice and clean, and stainless really cleans up nice. And then what we're going to do is use full strength Ballast All as a protectant, and that you can put on the wood in the bore of the barrel, which I'm going to run a patch through there. don't see any lead fouling, so it looks really clean actually. Alright, so we got that taken care of. Now what I'm going to do, well actually we're going to do the retaining pin. And that had some Ballast All sprayed on it. See how nice and clean it's come. Just from sitting there with the Ballast All on it. Let's see, I have a little bit of this scratch paper here. Scotch-Brite. And basically, just to give it a little bit of a cleaning, I'm not going to go out of. It does a pretty nice job. Okay, now what we're going to do is put the final protective coating of a protective film on the firearm. You know, another thing we need to remember to do is get into the little crevices here. And there are a lot of ways to do that. I use a little Allen wrench or a Dremel tool shaft. Basically put it on the patch and just get into the little looks good. Looks really good. Okay, and we'll just give it a nice spray with full strength Ballast All and go over it with a nice clean patch. Wipe the wood. And then I have a nice swab, and we'll spray it with Ballast All. Run it down through the barrel. We don't want a lot of excess residue there. You notice it's coming out clean. And then through each of the chambers in the cylinder. And that ought to do it. That ought to do it. Let's wipe a little bit of the residual off. And place the cylinder back where it belongs. And pin. And there you have it. So black powder cleanup, it really wasn't that bad, was it? Put this away in its ritual box to shoot another day.